began. This is a disclaimer. Dr. Miguna is not the head of the Gen Zs and is not stealing any show. He was only here as a senior counsel trying to give directives onto when people were asking what next because we got to the parliament. So anybody that was not here and you had that narrative being shared anywhere else, it's a disclaimer. He's not here for that and he's still on the speaker panel. He'll affirm that for you. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, history will judge you. If you're not with the team, don't send a wrong narrative. If you are sanitizing yourself to be able to fit back into the Gen Z system, sanitize yourself as an individual, but don't sell a narrative that is not there. Because the first narrative we had was about tribe. It was killed. The second narrative we had, it was being funded. It was killed. The third narrative we had, it was the political affiliation. It was killed. It's none of those ones. So this narrative that you brought for, it was about the KDF, which also never saw the head of light. Another narrative that is now being shared is Miguna and Giraigo. Those people are not the leaders of the Gen Zs. The Gen Zs and the millennials, they don't have a leader. So if you want to sanitize yourself to fit back into the relevant narrative, fit back yourself as an individual, and let's work as a team, because this is not Kenya for Marge, it's not Kenya for Be Real, it's not Kenya for Bob, it's Kenya for all of us. And if you're not in Kenya, you have people back at home, and this thing affects you directly or indirectly. So if you're not seeing what is being brought, and today you saw what was happening in the Senate, then you can actually wake up from the slumberland and actually feel the need of the people for a change of governance. All we're crying for is a change of governance. People are suffering. We're going to an era whereby it's going to be the haves and the have-nots. How long are we going to sell that kind of a narrative? And then you can sit comfortably and talk that talk, and yet you know what has been affecting Kenya. They kill the medical system, and then they open private hospitals. Who is going to afford that? They kill the public schools, and then they open private schools for themselves. So how long are we going to run that? So whatever we are watching for, whatever we are fighting for, whatever we are crying for as a nation, as a country, is good governance. We have a lot of spillage of wastage of funds. We have a lot of spillage of projects that are not done, and yet they're documented that they are done. Nobody is accountable for that. Accountability is key, even in your own organizations. Accountability is key. We have managers, we have directors. So if we are selling a narrative that is not in coincide with whatever is happening, kindly just sit back and watch the people who can walk the talk, walk it through. It was a pleasure hosting this space. I thank everyone that was able to be on the space today. May God bless you, Doctor. We really appreciate your wisdom in the space, and we thank you very much to accept the second invite. And we hope going forward you're still with us. And anybody that is here, God bless you. You're welcome. Thank you very much. God bless you so much, Hillary. God bless you and everyone else. Tomorrow we meet. And those that are in my area, you know yourselves, I have water. I'm offering water. That's all I can give the Gen Zs. So if you're there and you think that somebody is sponsoring, if you're there and you want to water down what they've been doing, that's the call that you've been given. Let the people who have the right call, let them follow that call. God bless you, everyone. Hillary, take it back. Marge, if he's not there, because he was a bit held, guys. Sorry, Hillary was held, but it was already scheduled. But you took it through, and we appreciate you for being here. God bless you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Burial. I just tried to text Hillary, and it seems like he's indeed really held up. So let me just try to text him again. But I think now I can see Hannah. We can give Hannah the chance as we try to get Hillary to come on board and close the space. It's really late on this end. We also want to just, continue with other things. Hannah, over to you.
Very much. Hillary, I don't know if you can hear me. Marge, thank you. Be Real. To be honest, I don't know. Only a blind person would not see how much the regime is trying to shut people down. We've been having problems. I have been having problems coming onto the platform. I am on the platform. I'm dropped down, etc., etc. Now, they cannot shut these voices down. Let's get that one thing clear. Thanks again, Marge. I know you're closing. They've fiddled with everybody. Whoever has a voice, whoever wants to give people voice, they've tried to fiddle with it. Now, let's not take this to be lightly. My only message to people on the platform is Do not open your DM if you're sent any link, unless it's somebody that you know, because that way is how they send you a bag, and then you're unable to voice, you're unable to add your voice into the movement that is going on. People on their social media, on this platform, actually on X, they send you links on your DM, and that messes everything up. At these sideshows, people are actually pushing a lot of different narratives. Please do not concentrate on them. They're just sideshows. That's all it is. It's a sideshow. They would try and divide the voices on many different platforms, as we've seen here on X, telling people there is no demonstrations tomorrow. We should call for a leader. We should, all this, you should not concentrate on it. There is no leader. We've agreed on that. The other thing is, I think this regime is concentrating mainly Mombasa, Nairobi, and 2, 3 other towns where they're trying really to unleash the goons to the public. I actually want to give a shout out to Isiolo. They've managed to catch somebody on Tuesday who red-handed, and they've marched him to the police station with a jargon and matches, kibiriti, that wanted to light fire on one of their county government offices. So congratulations to them. And this is what it's needed, vigilant. You have to be vigilant. I have seen a lot of young people grouping, giving each other instructions on when they're going to their to the demos. And this is be small groups, be in a group. I cannot emphasize enough on everything that Dr. said here, Marge, Be Real, and everybody who contributed. But there is one thing that I really want to emphasize on. Forget about these sideshows. They're there to confuse people, and as many people who can come out in numbers. Remember, our strength is in our numbers. So please, and a lot of people would, a lot of people would be attacked. A lot of people would be name tarnished. But remember, everybody that is speaking here on these platforms, you don't take everything what you hear. Take it with a pinch of salt, because there are people who want to confuse the narrative, want to confuse the message. The message is one. This concentration on what is next, how can we remove this, how can we do that? No, the message is one. And as Dr. said, the national anthem for now is Ruto Must Go. Thank you much. I don't think I've added anything much from what has been said, but it's just to emphasize, stop concentrating on the side shows. This is what they want. They want the division. They want the concentration to be divided. I've seen a lot of young people coming on the TV actually saying that we don't have a leader. If the EU wants to speak to a leader, he should go to every county, every sub-county, and talk to everybody, the whole country, to the Gen Zs and the millennials in everywhere or every corner of Kenya. And we know that is a tall order. He cannot do that. If he cannot do that, therefore then he has to leave office. The message comes back to its origin, which is Ruto must go. So thank you very much, Maj.
Thanks so much, Hannah. I mean, the question about the Gen Z leadership has really always startled me, because constitutionally at the moment, the leader that we have of the country is Ruto. So Ruto is the leader of the Gen Z at the moment. So, and they are expressing their dissatisfaction with him, and that is now where he also needs to come back and say, these are my people, what do they want? So the question about the Gen Z leaders, I think we should stop we're making ourselves very ridiculous, because there's already one leader according to the constitution, and that leader should just listen to the people that are talking to him. Vincent, Walewa, and then Sami, we added some speakers as we tried to get Hillary to close the space, because he was having some meeting. I think he's very deep in that meeting, so we're going to add 15 minutes. Vincent?